Scott, afternoon once again. It's a handshake, but not an excitable handshake after what can only be described really as a pretty dour performance.
Yeah, we just didn't really get going today. They've come with a very clear game plan, and they've pretty much just hoofed the ball anywhere they can and defended for 90 minutes. We just didn't get going. We didn't really. I felt get a spell in the game where I thought we applied any pressure to them. But we can't do it every week. The guys. They played a lot of games just recently, and I'm not making excuses.
Up, though, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm not making excuses. Not making excuses for them. But yeah, it was one of those days today where we just didn't get going.
Kolodinsky on the bench. He's contracted players on the bench on Tuesday. He's on the bench again today, making cameo appearances. Playing 4-5-1, would it have been probably better to bring him in on earlier? What's your thoughts on Kolodinsky at the moment?
The thoughts were today because my thoughts for the game on Tuesday, but he's going to play on Tuesday really, and we had a discussion about that before the game. So he knows
back,
where he is. Mulligan's back as well, and I think that Colo needs to play up front with somebody. And I knew that it was going to be a scrap and a battle, and that's why we played with three in the middle of midfield. To try and combat that, because that's what they did. They played three in there as well, so we were sitting in there with them. That was the thought process. Obviously, second half, as soon as I was hoping we would have been able to get the ball down and pass it a bit better second half, but it didn't happen. So I changed it as soon as I thought, well, it's not going to happen now. And Andy Gooding, if we're not getting the ball on the floor and passing the ball, then the game passes Andy by, unfortunately. So Andy came off. We put Colo on, and we had a little bit more threat after that, I think maybe, but. I just felt all round we looked a little bit flat today.
For a team that scored 70 goals in the league, we only had one shot really on target, and that came from a free kick today. It really showed the difference from, let's say, Tuesday night to today. Condition-wise, wasn't good, was it? I suppose wind, but same for both sides. Pitch hard, same for both sides. Referee. Yeah, same for both sides. I mean, Chris has mentioned the referee a few times, and I know I don't like really talking too much about them, but this guy, every time he comes to Kettering, seems to be a controversial figure to a certain extent.
Yeah,
do we have to have the officials, or can we say we don't want him?
I don't think we can do that, no. I wish we could. We can't, let's face it, we can't blame the referee.
No, not
He's
at all.
made some strange decisions today, let's say, but we can't blame the referee for our performance. The performance level today wasn't as we expect it to be. No. And it's not through lack of effort. The guys are in. They're all kicking themselves in the dressing room right now. So
do they know the other results?
I've just been told it on the way over. So
we actually increased our lead.
So we increased the lead. So it's not all doom and gloom.
No.
It's doom and gloom from my point of view, from our performance. But we've gained a point.
9 points clear, Scott, with a game in hand over Bedworth. So that's 4 games basically if we win, isn't it?
So it's another step. It could have been better, but it's not. But it's another step forward. So we just got to keep going. I think I said after the game on Tuesday night. Everyone's sort of getting carried away with the fact, well, we're going to win it now. But it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
It's not that easy, but the expectancy here is high.
Absolutely, and it's from us as well. But we've got to make sure that we keep our performance levels up. And today we didn't.
No, I said in pre-match that we would have a blip. We're not going to win all 10 games, the 4 at home, and we haven't. But we're going to regroup now for Egham on Tuesday, and then Handball, who lost again.
Yeah.
So the same as at Bedworth, they're having their blips. So this could be ours, and then it's back hopefully to all firing cylinders on Tuesday.
But it's important that we improve the performance. Will bring the results. And we didn't have the performance today.
Large crowd.
Hence why we didn't get the result. So we need the performance back, and the results will follow.
Doobie was a strange one, ill.
Yeah, he's not very well. He rang this morning, been ill overnight, got a bit of a flu bug, I think, so hopefully he'll be
with him and Mulligan available, and
hopefully
Cliffy might be getting a nearer suspension again. He's been.
I think that's 10 bookings for him, so I think he'll get a suspension coming up. So we've got something else we'll have to deal with when that happens. I think it'll be in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So that might be the Uxbridge game, might be his first game that he misses and gets screwed away. So yeah, we'll just have to see when that is and deal with it when it comes. Every club has to deal with these things.
Now I'm going to ask you the usual question, as I ask you every time that you're on here. Are we looking at anybody to bring anybody in because we've got a wafer thin squad?
We have got a wafer thin squad at the moment, and yes, we are looking at options at the moment to see what we can do. With the same as every other club, we've got a set budget and we have to stick to the budget. So we've not got as everyone seems to think, loads of money to go and throw at players, because we haven't got that. That is not the case. So yeah, we are looking. We're always looking, but we've been looking this week at trying to get a bit of cover in for the players, you know. But if we can get through the next week, then we have pretty much after that, apart from the Easter games, of course, we've got Saturday to Saturday, so we've got a bit of time to recover.
But it's better than last season, isn't it? I mean, last season we had an enormous amount of games to play in even a shorter period of time, and we had 10 games in April for a start. But this season we've got 4.
Yeah.
So, you know, in theory, it's better for Kettering Town this time, and we've been through that. I did ask, I think it was one of the players in midweek about going through that awful game against Slough and not wanting to go through that again. This must be an impetus to actually want to win the league. You know, it must be in the back of the psyche. We're not
Absolutely.
That again, you know.
So, none of us
and we'll say the same for you again. You know,
yeah.
It must be in there saying we're going to win this rather than go through the playoffs.
That's exactly what we want to do, you know. And you know, I'm usually quite negative when we lose, but or don't get a result rather. But today I'm quite positive because, you know, we've gained a point on everybody else, and I definitely see that game as a point game because, you know, they've had a couple of real good chances. Steve Cunningham made a great clearance off the line right at the end there,
didn't they,
and they've not had a kick really, you know.
Jamie's not had a save to make really, other than catches. The ball's hit the bar and one slid off the line, and we've had one where their goalkeeper Simon Grant made a good save. But an awful amount of time wasting. That must be frustrating as managers.
Very frustrating, yeah.
Seeing that.
But you know, they're you know, they come here to get a draw, and they're going to do that. They were doing it from the first minute, if we're honest. So, you know, it winds you up, but you can't get too involved in it. You can't actually affect that. You know, all I can do is look at things that I can affect, and the thing that I can affect is our performance. And today wasn't quite there.
No. So all now attention to Egham. So that should be that should be good. And again, as I say, we are now 9 points clear with the game in hand. Everyone's playing catch up and they're faltering. I mean, I think Aylesbury, yes, they did win 3-2, but they're a little way behind at the moment. So nothing too much to worry about other teams. I know we don't want to look at the team's results, but I know we do. I know you do as well, because you've got to. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to. But fully focused now on Egham.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a big game for us. You know, we need to get back on track on Tuesday night, and you know, sometimes these games can be a bit of a kick up the backside to everybody, you know, and make us kick on again. So let's hope this last case.
Okay, Scott, it's very kind of you to come over and join us when it's not been exactly what we want, but
we're
there, and well done. 9 points clear, game in hand. We can't ask for any more than that. And